Welcome back. Okay, do I really have to say the name? Mudgen. I'm just gonna call you Mudgen.
Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you?
Fair question.
Shit, at this rate, you won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
You're not a lad, Tyre. Okay. I'll go up there and say hello to her. I'll go up there and say hello to her, but I ain't bringing her back down here. We're gonna sit down and have a talk. Gonna find out what she likes. Maybe take her on a date out of here. Oh, hello.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
None needed. I can just stay with you.
You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Oh no, don't be rude,
I
please.
did say so.
Please don't be rude. Are you all just standing here silently for no reason? You gonna say something? Anything? Anyone?
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help.
I don't know if I want to meet her. Everyone's talked about her and I don't like the sound of it from what they've said. Chief Steward of Sid's Hideaway, who manages the day-to-day running of the operation in his friend's stead. Sid often being taken far and away by his bearer liberating activities. Even when Sid is at home, he prefers to leave such busy work to Otto, much to the hard-pressed pursuer's indignation. Fair enough.
Right.
Oh. And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
God damn, it does not take much to impress you people, does it? Side quests unlocked. Great. Quests. Keep an eye out for the green icon above the heads of certain NPCs. These indicate they have a quest to offer. A list of current and completed quests can be viewed on the Journal tab in the main menu. To-do list. After accepting quest objectives will appear in the to-do list. Located on the right side of the screen, objectives for the main scenario and up to 3 side quests can be displayed simultaneously. Quest priority. Any quest can be prioritized on the Journal tab in the main menu by highlighting it and pressing X. Objectives for prioritized quests will remain displayed in the to-do list until the quest is completed or another quest is given priority. Priority status for a quest can be removed by highlighting it and pressing X again. So typical game stuff, okay. New hideaway features. The following hideaway activities are also now available. Jesus Christ. The Thousand Tomes, an ever-growing compendium of all things. Oh god, I'm gonna have to read all that, aren't I? I am. Oh, oh no. The Orchestrion, a personal jukebox for songs collected throughout the game. Both are located in the Hideaway Eatery, the Fat Chocobo and can be found on the local map. I don't think I'm going to be playing any songs just in case of like copyright and crap. But for now, seems like I have side quests and stuff to do. So the main quest can wait a little bit.
Go and help.
Don't think I haven't noticed you stealing sips from that pot.
Next time you're in, first round's on the ass.
I'm in right now.
Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat Chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
Okay. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Oh, meal. How long has it been?
You'd think he'd have time for a nip with old August before scampering back to his solar, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord.
No, you look
Only my
old. You
former
need your
master
rest.
Did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told.
Hot what?
Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
Yeah, imagine loads of people take comfort in this place. Somewhere they can just be free, be okay, be
I'd
themselves.
be cast out and left for dead when Sid found me.
That is a good thing about this place.
Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect. The old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad. And keep up
Good
the
point.
good work.
I'm finding a certain solidarity in this. Just nice, simple work. Just running around doing general stuff. It's kind of side stuff I would typically be bored by. At least I used to be.
There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't
No,
be a
you don't.
burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, Ben.
Your brain needs
You
sustenance.
eat it before it gets cold.
Of
In
course.
fact, now that I look at it, I'm on his side, Clive. That food is steaming hot. It needs some time to cool down.
I'd better let Kenneth know.
Yeah. Before that, wizened man.
Yours is not a familiar face.
Oh dear
Are
lord.
you new to the hideaway, perchance?
Hold on, hold on. Okay, yeah, no, that's
Could
fine.
say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's...
No. I'm gonna call
Quite
you
a mouthful,
Hypo.
I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Before I jump right into that,
When I was very young,
I lived beyond these shores. My father would read to me every night from the only book we had, A History of Valesias by the by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted was I by this realm of myth and magic that when I was of age I enlisted as a deckhand on a merchant galley that I might see it with my own eyes.
Yet, when I arrived,
What I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight and the evil in men's heart. Still, I was determined to follow in the footsteps of Moss and record what I could, and so I did in all manner of places, and all manner of roles, until my aged legs could carry me no longer. Yeah, you're not marked in any way, you're not branded, and it doesn't look like a brand has been removed from you either. You're not scarred. Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering.
I don't believe you've read this
Oh, dear Lord.
particular chapter before.
The Thousand Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valisthian lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography and history. New information is constantly added as Clive progresses through the story. Past time-active lore entries can also be viewed
I
here.
have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Ah, that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
If you
What do I
have a
get for leveling
question
up?
for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Okay, yes. Oh, that's awesome. I was worried, but it seems like... Yeah, okay. It does update with ones I haven't checked it out. So this one doesn't have anything there because I've already checked his out. Neither does this one because I've already read them. The ones I haven't read show up with the blue... Oh, that's all. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, dear Lord. Which one haven't I read, though? Bastards, Blessing of the Phoenix, Joshua Roosevelt, related topics. Oh, that's cool. An Imperial Bearer turned deserter after refusing to slay the dominant of Shiva, choosing instead to turn his blade on his own sergeant. As a force of crusaders closed around him, his freedom seemed as if it would be short-lived until the timely intervention of Sid, a man who shared Clive's desire to see the dominant freed from their clutches. Together they escaped to Sid's secret hideaway. Slave soldier for the Holy Empire of Sambric, now in his 13th year. Okay, yep. Yes, I read all that. Joshua Rosefield. Second son of the Archduke of Rosaria. Yeah, I believe I read that one. Yeah, okay, I definitely did that. Read that one. Second son of the Archduke of Rosaria and heir to the ducal throne. Upon the night of the imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate, the shock of seeing his father slain before his disbelieving eyes led to him losing control of his icon and setting the castle alight. From the flamethrowers, the second icon of fire, whose murderous rampage laid both the castle and the Phoenix low. Sorry, Josh. Cooper's awakening as the dominant of the Icon Titan thrust him to the forefront of Dalmacan politics, winning him influence over both the Republic's army and its policy. Sorry, I got distracted by the thing moving. Right, and its policy making, as well as a personal fortune. He has little love for his country, taking advantage of his position to benefit himself and himself alone. His love for Benedicta Harmon, however, is absolute, and he would gladly betray his every ally just to be with her. So, womanizer. Well, not really, because he only likes one woman. But he would do anything for said woman. Okay, I read that one. Clive's faithful friend brought back to the... Okay, what? Frozen North, where he is found half-starved. When gifted the puppy Clive upon his return. Okay, yeah, no. Until the tragic events at Phoenix Gate told him apart. I think that's the only thing that's really different here. Clive's faithful friend, now fully grown after the tragic events of Phoenix Gate. Yeah, Clive's faithful friend. The two were separated and now... Okay, yeah. Ambrosia. Born in the stables of Rislith Castle, Ambrosia was chosen by the young Clive Rosefield to be his personal steed and raised by him from a chick. She's a proud bird and deeply loyal to her master, quickly turning her beak upon any but he who should attempt to pet her. Clive's personal steed. During the attack on Phoenix Gate, she raced to Clive's rescue, saving him from certain death at the cost of an eye, a price she gladly paid. Yeah, so we don't know anything about her currently. Who the hell are you? Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Waleed's armies, he accompanied his liege to Fort Sinitra in the Republic of Dalmatia to negotiate the provision of reinforcements from the Royal Order of Knights. The King of Waleed. You look so similar to Clive, it's actually kind of concerning. I don't think you are, though, since we know Clive's father. The aloof and unshakable Barnes Tharmir, first of his name, few can meet his steely gaze without flinching. Actually, do we know Clive? I know yours. Where the hell is he? He's in here somewhere. Where the hell? You're supposed to be Clyde's father. However, are you his father? Because he looks much closer to Clive. Along with that, Clive is a dominant. He's a dominant of an unknown icon. Is it family bred as well? I don't know. I'll need to get more into the game. The Hideaway is a resident historian whose love for books has earned him the nickname Tomes. Harpocrates travelled to Valisthea as a youth, seeking to unearth the secrets of this land of legend, and over the years has developed a deep knowledge of Valisthean geography, history, religion, and folklore. Very good. Elswyn, late Archduke of... I'm just gonna read the last ones of these, just so you're aware. Late Archduke of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, father of Clive and Joshua. Elwyn's reign ended when he was beheaded by servants of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque in the ignoble attack on Phoenix Gate, known not only for his inspiring leadership and skill with the blade, but his disapproval of the mistreatment of bearers. His legacy lives on in all those who oppose imperial rule in what remains of Rosaria. So there is still remnants of Rosaria. It's good to know. Duchess of Rosaria, wife of Archduke Elwyn, and mother to Clive and Joshua, it was ever her purpose in life to preserve her Phoenix-bearing blood. So she was the one who... Okay, yeah, good. So she married her husband into the line, I imagine. Her Phoenix-bearing bloodline, for which reason she betrayed her husband, that she might enter in league with a force she judged the mightier, the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. It was out of her treachery that led to the disaster at Phoenix Gate. Okay, yeah, so they both have the flag. Rodney Murdoch. What happened to you, Murdoch? Where are you? Lord Murdoch of the Rosarian army, outranked only by his firm friend Archduke Elwyn. Murdoch and his shields accompanied Elwyn and Joshua to Phoenix Gate to perform the rite of ancestral communion, only to be set upon first by Imperial infiltrators, then a second shadowy icon of fire. Within those flames... Ah, crap, I forgot about that. He's dead. He got burned by the second icon. A loyal shield of Rosaria, chosen by Lord Commander Rodney Murdoch to accompany Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, though he died all he could to return the favour that he owed to Joshua for saving his life as a boy during the attack on Phoenix Gate. Wade was to meet the same fate as the prince. God damn it. A loyal shield of Rosaria, who accompanied Clive on his expedition to Stillwind, though he did everything in his power to assist Joshua and Archduke Elwyn's flight from Phoenix Gate on the night of the attack. His years of distinguished service were to come to a close when he was swallowed by the flames of the rampaging Phoenix. Goddamn. A bearer in service of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, Tiamat, or the man who now bears the name, is the leader of the Bastards, a squadron of elite assassins. It was on a mission to take the head of Shiva's dominant, then Nisa defiled that his subordinate Wyvern, real name Clive Rosefield, turned upon him and cut him down. So I did kill him. Good to know. Second longest serving of the Bastards and an elite band of slave assassins in service of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque. He and his sergeant Tiamat fought alongside each other for many a year, and Bias trusted him with his life. Alas, there was little Tiamat could do to save him from the boulder that was to fall from the skies during the ill-fated mission to infiltrate the Dhalmekian Republic and take the head of Shiva's dominant. A branded soldier for the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, who served alongside Wyvern, not know his true name, he and his band of elite assassins were tasked with taking the head of the dominant of Shiva, but he was to lose his life to a crusader's axe in the course of the mission. I'm rather curious and interested to get into other people's playthrough, because I wonder if they read all this, or if I'm just reading it all out for kind of nothing. I hope not. Chief strategist and former field marshal of the Dhalmekian Republic, whilst there was a time he took personal command of his troops, Hugo Kupka's rise to prominence led to his being recalled from the battlefield by reason of his advanced age, for which he bears the vainglorious dominant a deep-seated grudge. So Hugo basically said, stop fighting on the front lines, get back here to lead. And he didn't want that. He wanted to keep fighting on the front lines to meet a glorious end, but he didn't get to do that. The Republican Prime Minister, leader of the Dhalmekian Parliament, and eldest and most experienced of its members, those elected by the state of the Republic plus the dominant and Titan, who serves as the official advisor. Alas, Hugo Kupka does not take kindly to his advice being ignored. Yeah. Second in command of Waleed's Royal Intelligences, serving under Benedicta Harman, with whom he shares a deep bond of trust. Moss the Chronicler. Far-fabled scholar of Valesian history and legend, even to this day, most of the surviving knowledge of the distant antiquity of the twins issues from his quill. In his later years, his writings attracted fierce criticism from certain scholarly circles, which resulted in him removing himself from public life. Dominant, who is this? Because I thought we were the dominant of fire. I thought Clive was. Because he goes through like a weird change where he definitely transforms. But I wonder if that was forced upon him by another. A mysterious figure who was first seen amid the chaos of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate immediately before the appearance of the second Icon of Fire, the very icon that slew the heir to the ducal throne. Clive believes this man to be the dominant who murdered his brother, and has sworn to take his... Yeah, it's not... I'm pretty confident that Clive is the dominant of the Icon of Fire, he just doesn't know. Hence why it's never been seen again, because Clive has never been in a position to where he needs to summon it again. I'm pretty sure that dude brought it out of him. He maybe like helped it come out, but I don't think... I don't know. Because there was a dude on fire that showed up. There was a dude on fire that showed up and then like disappeared or grew bigger, and then the icon appeared. But surely, if Clive was not the icon there, he would have been killed by the fire, by the transformation. A realm comprising the twin continents of Storm and Ash, over which the Mother Crystals stand timelessly vigil. At the first of each, great cities have risen up over the eons, and around them powerful nations. Though the land has been blessed with the light of magic since time immemorial, in recent years a creeping blackness has begun to gnaw at its borders. The Blight. Do we get more stuff about the Blight? Because I need to know more about that. Rizalith. The capital city of the Duchy of Rosaria, Rizalith Castle, set on the seat of the Archduke, stands at the heart of the storied settlement, whose marketplaces teem with activity. Alas, the encroaching blight has rendered vast swaths of the land to the north uninhabitable, driving refugees south in even greater numbers, and placing an unbearable strain on Rosalia's all too finite resources. Intriguing. House Rosefield, the highest of the noble houses of Rosaria. The dominant of the Phoenix is always born into the Rosefield bloodline, and so it is always a Rosefield who sits upon the ducal throne. Makes sense. The ducal army. The loyal soldiery of the Duchy of Rosaria. They serve under the standing army's Lord Commander, whose task it is to enact the will of the sovereign, the Archduke. Those who show sufficient aptitude or who are blessed with sufficient nobility of birth are made shields, personal retainers to the Archduke himself. Okay. Night of the Flames. An Imperial attack on Rosarian forces stationed at Phoenix Gate made under the cover of night in the year 860. Archduke Elwin Rosefield was killed in the fighting, as were his two sons, though the bodies of the latter were never recovered. So the Imperials took Clive's and Joshua's was never recovered. Having thought to have been worldly consumed by hellfire, the attack was widely rumoured to have been facilitated by the traitorous Duchess Annabella. I've been calling her like Annabeth and stuff. Annabella. Although official explanations attempted to shift the blame onto the Phoenix having run inexplicably rampant. That doesn't make sense unless there's a history of dominance running, well, not dominance, but icons running rampant in general. Dragoon, a lance-wielding knight of the Holy Empire of Sambrique, the Dragoons are trained in a unique acrobatic fighting style modeled after the movements of dragons, which is characterized by sudden thrusts and disorientating leaps and dives. Gregorian scripture hold the creatures to be divine, a gift from the goddess herself, and so too are the namesakes revered by the populace. Makes sense. Fort Zernitra, a stronghold situated at the western end of the Nysa defile in the Dalmatian Republic. In the year 873, it served as the site of a meeting convened, don't know why that took so long, by the Dalmatian with the Waluda allies in an attempt to enlist their aid in driving back the Ironblood, who had been a thorn in their side since the Battle of the Twin Realms 8 years before. Gotcha. The Men of the Fist. Dalmatian's standing army. While officially an organ of the Republic, each of its 5 states is granted relative autonomy with regards to the management of its troops, aside from certain specialized squads. Battle deployments are mostly comprised of small units, employing a mixture of foot soldiers and battle mages. The former are known and feared for their curved swords and prodigious axes and the deadly skill with which they wield them. Republican Parliament. The highest council of government of the Republic of Dalmatian. 7 ministers are responsible for ruling the nation, though their will is often moulded to that of the permanent economic advisor Hugo Kupka, who leverages his power as the dominant of Titan to shape the Republic's policy. So he's basically doing whatever he wants, and they kind of have to say yes. He's the nuke. He's the thing that keeps the power. The Battle of Nysa. The Battle of Nysa was a short yet bloody clash between the Iron Republic and the Republic of Dalmatian in the year 873. The Dalmatians, hoping to force an end to the long-running conflict with the Ironblood, had convened a council at Zernitra stronghold and entreated the Waldud allies to aid them in their cause. However, talks soon broke down, and the Dalmatian were left with no choice but to rely once more on the power of the mighty Titan, to whom they already owed a considerable debt. Thus was the stage set for a showdown between Titan and Shiva, Ironblood's own icon, in which the losses on both sides were too many to count. The Zernitra Consult. Looking to bring an end to the long-running conflict with the Iron Kingdom, the Dalmatians convened a council with the Walud allies at Zernitra stronghold. However, the Walud were unwilling to concede to the Dalmatians' request, leaving the Republic no choice but to field its dominant, Hugo Kupka. In so doing, Parliament further indebted itself to this already powerful player in national politics. I'm surprised more people don't try to stand up to the Iron Kingdom, because they sound like a problem for everyone. An archipelago nation situated off the west coast of Storm, with its capital at Craig Lost, the Mother Crystal Drake's Breath rises from a volcanic island situated just within its borders, and is worshipped as a god, just as the state religion, the crystalline orthodox dictates. This same religion decrees the use of magic to be anathema, and the bearers and dominants who use it to be sinful aberrations, leading to even greater discrimination than that suffered by their brethren on the mainland, given their stated desire to control all the mothers. The Ironbloods' attitude to other nations is one of indelible antagonism. Yeah, just kill them off! They sound like a problem. Hold on, Drake's breath. One of Valethia's 5 remaining mother crystals, located on the volcanic isle known to the Ironblood as Bain Ledlan, in the seas between Rosaria and Iron Kingdom. Though its occupation can historically be traced to the Duchy, control of the crystal was recently wrestled from Rosaria's grasp by the Crucible following a series of bitter conflicts. So they do hold it now. They do hold Dragon's Breath. Oh, come on. A bitterly cold region in the northern reaches of the continent of Storm, it was originally home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Eye, around which a series of small nations sprang up. Nations whose belligerence proved troublesome for Rosaria over the centuries. Okay. In time, however, the Mother Crystal's power dwindled, and with it, the power of these warlike nations. With the Blight encroaching on the territory even more, the remaining tribes were united and pacified by Archduke Elwyn Rosefield of Rosaria in the year 80. So there was another one. Dragon's Eye, or Drake's Eye. There was another Mother Crystal. Is that the broken one on the map? The Battle of the... I've been wondering about this. The Battle of the Twin Realms was a conflict fought between the Holy Empire of Sanbreque and the Kingdom of Waleed in the year 865. Sanbreque's forces, with the power of the Icon Bahamut on their side, took the Strat of Arthur back from Waloed, putting an end to the blockade that had lasted several decades. The Waloeders, looking to hold back the Sanbreque's advance by any means necessary, formed an alliance with the Dalmacan Republic. I always considered the Holy Empire and the Dalmacan Republic to be the same people, but apparently they're not. Who themselves were waging war against the Iron Kingdom on the Western Front and prevented the Empire from pressing any further. So they formed an alliance to make sure that they stopped. Okay. The Crystalline Orthodox. Okay. A religion dedicated to the worship of the Mother Crystals. Its priesthood enjoyed great power, with the patriarch, leader and chief shepherd of the faithful, the most powerful of all, whilst best known as the state religion of the insular Iron Kingdom. It was once practiced throughout Valthia. To its believers, the Mother Crystals are literal gods, and the wasteful expenditure of ether through the use of magic is strictly forbidden. As such, those who do use magic, dominants and bearers both, are seen as subhuman abominations. But they're not using it from a crystal, they're just capable of producing it. So it seems like they don't care if you use magic in any way. They hate it. One of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to its ability to channel ambient ether from the air, allowing those without an innate power to do so to cast magics. And as most Valethians cannot live without magic, its supply and distribution is heavily regulated by governments across the Twins. A given shard can only channel a certain amount of ether before it shatters, so the need for new crystals is incessant. The art of channeling ether to make one's imagination manifest. This can take the aspect of one of the 8 elements: fire, water, wind, earth, ice, thunder, light, and dark, or more rarely be unexpected. While bearers and dominants can cast spells at will, others require a crystal to do so. Magic is a part of everyday life for the people of Valithia, making it all but unlivable when they are deprived of its gift. Makes sense? You build a nation on this thing. You build a nation on needing this material. If it ever goes away, you're screwed. Shards of crystal small enough to be held in the hand, which allow those who are not born bearers to cast magics. The nations of the twins see such shards mined from the mother crystals and distributed to the populace, so that every man and woman of good character, bearers, criminals, and other undesirables not included, might enjoy the gift of magic. It is common for people to keep them about their persons in a protective case. Makes sense? Municipal shards. Large shards of crystal that are entrusted to towns and cities across Valythia in order to serve the populace, where those shards rationed out to individuals might suffice to fill a cup or light an oven. Municipal shards fill wells, fire forges, and light the streets of the great cities of the twins. Ether. The life force of the land and the source of all magic. The amount of ether a spell consumes depends on its strength, with those manifesting more potent forces over a wider area coming at a greater cost. Larger crystals can channel more ether than smaller ones, and thus can be used to cast more powerful magics. One might use a small ration shard to grill a fish, but would require a large municipal crystal to fire a blacksmith forge. Make sense? First Shield. Title granted to the mightiest and most stalwart shield of the Rosarian army. The first shield is entrusted with the personal protection of the dominant of the Phoenix, and is gifted a portion of the Icon's power over flame, a boon known as the Blessing of the Phoenix. So anyone can be granted this blessing then, so long as you acquire the status of First Shield, you can be granted the Blessing of the Phoenix. You don't have to be related to the family that owns the Phoenix. That's what this is implying, I believe. That's intriguing. The boon Joshua bestowed upon... Yeah, it can be bestowed then. Okay. The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother upon Clive's ordination as First Shield, allowing him to wield fire-aspected magic without a crystal. It has long been customary in Rosaria for the dominant of the Phoenix to share a part of the power in this way, performing this rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint as their protectors, that they might serve them better. That's intriguing. I imagine other icons can do the same then. Icon. Magical beings of godlike strength who dwell within human hosts known as dominants, only emerging when the dominant primes. History records 8 icons in total, which each with a unique elemental affinity. It is commonly held that 2 icons of the same element cannot coexist, but as none has ever witnessed all of these rare creatures together, the conjecture is yet to be proven. Ah, crap. Prime or brand. Priming sounds more important, so I'll go with brand. Selection. The mock. Okay, yeah. The mark applied to the cheeks of bearers across Valythia, identifying them as something other than human. Newborn babies are checked at birth. Those are found to be bearers being branded and taken into the custody of the state. Rarely, bearers evade this test, either because their parents hide them, the testers are lax in their duties, or the powers do not awaken until later. Yet most do not remain unbranded for long. Yeah, that's all. Branded at birth. God, you even look pretty when you're like this, Jill. In fact, you look better when you're like this. I gotta be honest. She does. The act of a dominant transforming their living flesh into that of the icon. Dominants most often prime during times of war, using the immense strength of the icons to turn the tides of battle. Though it is usually done deliberately, the dominant remaining in control of the icon even when primed. On occasion, a dominant will lose control of the powers and see their icon run riot. So, somewhat similar to a tailed beast, but you have more control. Plus, it doesn't seem like it's a separate entity within you. You just are capable of conjuring it and using its power like it's your own. The Rosarian national anthem. Do I really have to read about the national anthem? Perhaps the most beloved ditty in the duchy, the Rosarian national anthem was written for the occasion of the new nation's founding and is filled with patriotic imagery of rolling meadows, rising flames, and stirring songs. It was oft heard raising the rafters of ducal alehouses, particularly close to closing time. where disputes over the lyrics to the less practiced third verse would occasionally end in fisticuffs. That's funny. A somewhat derogatory nomen given the collective group of demi-humanoid beings that includes goblins, orcs, and minotaurs, among others. Beastmen tend to differ from most wild creatures in demonstrating a distinct intelligence, possessing the capability for spoken and sometimes even written language, as well as complex tool building, and many have developed unique, albeit simple, civilizations of their own. With civilization, however, will always come the desire to expand, and it is this ambition that has resulted in countless clashes with humanity over the centuries. Even the monsters can't get away from trying to expand. Meteor, the burning red star. That isn't the star. What the hell is that? It's a burning red star that sits beneath the moon. So it's just called the moon. That's kind of boring. Folklore ascribes to Meteor the role of message bearer to the moon. So it is common custom among Valthea to wish upon the star that one's heartfelt desires might be conveyed to the hearts and beyond, to the heavens and beyond. Traveling minstrels, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, who journey from place to place performing in hosteleries across Valithia to the accompaniment of lute or lyre. They provide not only entertainment but information on the state of the realm, oft singing of significant events and important personages. The Hideaway has its own resident bard, though the illiterate amongst its resident might remain informed. So the stupid people can remain informed. A curious clockwork contraption that is able to perform several different musical compositions at the flick of a switch. I think I'm reading too much. Goddamn, I need to take a breath or something, Jesus. And maybe a drink. The Annals of Moss the Chronologer, a scholar of Valathian history noted not only for his singular insight, but for the lyricism of his writing, and exceptionalism that earned him the enmity of... Can people just use normal words for a bit, please? Enmity of his fellow scholars. Is that animosity? I think it's supposed to be something like animosity. And drove him from public life. Such were their misgivings towards him that only a handful of copies of the journal were ever produced, making the tome a prized find among collectors. Okay, the bestiary, something I'm actually rather excited for. It only has 3 things. That's unfortunate. I do like bestiaries though. The Warden of Fire, last seen on the night of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate in the year 860, when the young Joshua Rosefield lost control of his powers. The Phoenix first awakened among the Motes of Fire, an ancient tribe who dwelled in the western reaches of Storm, and the careful preservation of bloodlines among the Rosarian nobility ensured that its dominant would always be born in the ducal line. So does that mean they are born into a specific family, but certain families are just spread out so much it just pops up in random people because they are technically related? I suppose. The Warden of Ice, of whom Jill Warwick is the current dominant, with her glacial aspect and ability to conjure boreal boulders from the ether. Shiva's appearance on the battlefield makes her enemy's blood run cold. Or makes him infatuated, which would be my case. Gigas. Big boy has a big description. As they are oft witnessed in the presence of goblins, many believe these lumber brutes to be the goblins themselves, albeit ones that have grown to prodigious size. Scholars, however, deny these claims and insist the 2 tribes are independent and their relationship a symbiotic one, with the Gigas providing protection to the slighted goblins who, in turn, provide the craftless giants with sundry arms and vestures, such as the charnel carcanates of the Blight, created from the bones of their victims. The spread of the Blight is seen both tribes impede on human territory with increased frequency, and recent spottings having put them as close to the civilization as 3 reeds in Rosaria. Got a bit confusing in the end, but we got there. Marbles. Look at that face. Look at that smile. God damn. A foul cocktail of bile and partial digested prey that accumulates within these giant carnivorous plants' bellies makes the breath so spectacularly rancid that it can be used as a weapon to repel would-be attackers. Marbles favour more humanoid climes, such as those found on the volcanic isles of the Iron Kingdom. However, the spread of the blight has driven the mobile flora to cooler areas such as the swamps of Rosaria. Chocobos. Favoured steeds of the people of Valisthea. While they are mainly bred for riding, some are used to pull wagons and some are even eaten. Oh, that's mean. But the boldest and bravest are put forward for use by the military. They are intelligent and fiercely loyal creatures and tend to tolerate only their master's attention. Wild chocobos are no less vigilant and will readily attack anyone who they perceive to be a threat. Anyone who isn't carrying a fistful of greens, that is. I'm not saying the other word. Dolosus. Owls capable of transmitting the thoughts of others, specifically those, oh that's cool, with whom they are attuned. In response to an ancient incantation, the Lilyfield, Third Eyes, store these thoughts in the form of ether, allowing them to be passed on as and when required, though only to the intended recipient. Stoluses are mainly kept by royals, nobles, and other figures of authority for the purpose of sending secret or urgent messages, and are seldom available to common folk. The incantation Olmir lost Ella tu Isag Aluthi can be loosely translated to "My will is now thy burden, ne'er cleft our bond shall be." Okay, I think that's everything. Oh god, what? There's no question what the name of this episode's going to be. It's going to be called Tomes. The whole episode, just Tomes. The name is Tomes.
All done, I presume?
Oh,
Splendid.
God.
They were bearers. All three of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves, speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free, truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire.
And to be with who we desire, right? Because there's a lady redhead.
Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
God damn. So much reading. Food for thought. Oh, nice, I needed that. Treasure coffers. Countless treasure coffers lie across the realm, just waiting to be plundered. If you find one, don't hesitate to kick it open with X and reap the bounty. Come on, no one's looking. That's nice, that's fun. Badge of metal. Yes, finally, something else I can wear that hopefully isn't as overpowered. It increases defense by 10. I'll take it. Oh god, my throat kind of hurts, I gotta be honest. So much reading. I was wondering whether to leave, you know, this and let it build up and then have an episode every once in a while where I just read off a bunch of stuff. But that sounds so tiring, so I think I'll just try to keep up with them. But I will miss some, so we'll have time to go back and do them. But I'll try to keep up with reading the ones I can.
Well,
just in the time, in what, you know, in the moment. But I will, of course, miss some at least.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Wait, no, I have a broadsword though, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah, that should do you. That it? Fine.
Let me get into the light. Do I have it equipped now? Broadsword +2. Wonderful.
I heard they escaped
God.
their masters in the Imperial capital.
Let's talk with this dude, because hopefully this shouldn't take long. Yeah, I'm near the end of an episode.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. If I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
Sure, that'll be fine. Make do and mend.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. The Fallen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. All right, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction.
Okay.
Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
You're welcome. Prioritize quest. Alright, let's go finish this off and then that will end the episode, because I need to rest my throat or something. I need to open a window, I need to take a drink. God damn. It was fun though, it was fun. Granted, I don't think I remember half of it. It was good learning more.
The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, Master Carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
Thank you. I will take that. Oh no, I have to hold it. Please tell me he has to strap it to his back or something.
Better get this to Geoffrey, was it?
Ah, I really wish he'd strap it to his back. That would have been funny. That's fine though. Let's just go deliver this.
Sid once told me the blight.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to listen to that. There you go.
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
No, it was fine. Here you go.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
I love people being just nice to Clive. It makes me happy. That's because I'm, attached to him, of course. Oh, that's a lot. I'm not doing any more reading right now, okay? I can't. With that said, I will end things there. I know, yeah, it is coming around to about the same time as the last episode.
They escaped their masters in the Imperial capital. By the look of those bruises, not a moment too soon.
Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. I will see you all later, and goodbye.